Good morning. I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing today. This is a little reminder from Coach Steph about the importance of working the 4 parts of the program. Now, a lot of people come to the program and they're just in diet mentality. That was me. Diet mentality. I was like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And I just want to fit into my jeans. And I'm like, give me the food, tell me what to do. And you know what? That works for a period of time. Usually that will get you about halfway to your goal. My goal was 40 pounds. I made it to about 20 in that mentality. And then I realized the wisdom of the 4 parts of the program. Mainly that we can tough it out. We can kind of white knuckle anything for a period of time. But once we don't feel as bad as we did when we started out, like maybe you feel miserable, you feel swollen, none of your clothes fit. You just feel, you're willing to do anything to not feel that way anymore. Once that feeling is gone, you've lost some of your structural tension, which structural tension is like, imagine there's a huge rubber band around the place where you used to be and the place where you want to be. And when you start out, you're so miserable that the rubber band is literally pulling you to your goal. Okay, so imagine you're being pulled by this thick rubber band to your goal. That's what structural tension is. And what happens is you get halfway to your goal and you don't feel so miserable. Lots of your clothes fit, maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. You've lost that structural tension. That rubber band now is loose. And this is the place where you need to create more structural tension and you need to start plugging into the 4 parts of the program. And if you don't, you won't make it. So let's go over the 4 parts of the program really fast. Number 1, checking in with your health coach. This is your responsibility. I reach out every week, but it's your job to reach back because the phone works both ways, texting works both ways. And if you get in the mentality of it's your job to send that text to your coach or to reach out and say, Coach, I'm struggling, you are going to be so much more successful. Now, the stories of the people that are having tons of success on our program, they're not the people that never struggled. They are literally the people who struggled and reached out to me and said, Steph, I need help. I need you to talk me through this. So I actually love it when you tell me that. I did it with my coach. I hit a wall at a month in where I just had been binge eating for 5 days, and I reached out to my coach and said, hey, I need some help. So please, please, please do that. And know the people that have the best success are the ones that are reaching out and saying, Coach, I need you. Let me know. I don't want to hear from you on only your best weeks. I want to hear from you on your worst weeks so we can get back in the game together, okay? So accountability, personal health coach. Number 2, education. You all received a book in your box. Have you opened it? Are you reading it? I only ask for 5 minutes a day, but if you're not reading the book, you're not going to make it to your goal. And even if you make it to your goal, you will not maintain without knowing what it is you're doing. You need to know the program that you're doing. It's so important. Along with education are the Zooms. Go to YouTube, type in Habits of Health Zoom. There's 25-minute trainings on there. The more you listen to, the more successful you're going to be, especially if you've got a commute. Just tell yourself, I'm going to listen to 1 a day. You will not believe the crazy success you'll have once you start reprogramming your brain. Number 3, community. Are you on the Facebook page? Are you checking it out every day? It will help you tons. We are surrounded with obesity at every turn. If we're not participating in a healthy community, people that are focused on the same goals as you are, you're not going to make it. I couldn't. I thought I could get away without using the Facebook page, and I was wrong. So when I hit 20 pounds, I started losing my structural tension. I reached out to my coach and I said, I'm struggling. And she said, that's because you're just eating the fuelings. You're not doing the 4 parts of the program. And I realized I had to make it. So that's when I started watching my Zooms, plugging in with my mentor, participating in the Facebook page, and reading my book. Those are all things you need to do. Number 4, healthy fuelings. Are you being very consistent? And are you on the 5 and 1 or are you on the 5 and 1-ish? Meaning, have you started letting things creep in here and there, like you're sticking cheese in your mouth and meat in your mouth and a handful of nuts here and a handful of nuts there, and maybe on the weekend you ate a brownie, but you tell yourself it's fine because you were in fat burn all week. Are you getting in and out of fat burn? Are you in it for 5 days and out of it for 2? Because when you do that, you end up with a 0 end game. And it's very frustrating to put all that time in and end up in a 0 results, right? So this is a good time to plug into your coach if you're having any of these issues. Hashtag do the work. You got to work all 4 parts of the program. They're there for a reason because they're your tools. You guys are wearing a tool belt and you've got all these things in your tool belt. Are you using them? If you are, you're going to have success. If you're not, you're on a diet. Diets end, and eventually you're going to crash and burn, or you kind of think in the back of your mind that you get to go back to your old habits. So the whole point of this program is to reprogram with healthy habits from the beginning, okay? So I'm sending this out as a reminder to all my clients. I want to hear back. Here's my action step for you. I want you to respond back to me which part of the 4 parts of the program you can improve on. Checking in with your coach, education, community, fuelings, and being compliant on the 5-in-1. Which one of those 4 parts can you improve on, and what are you going to do to improve this week? Extra credit if that comes as a Marco Polo, because I love to see your face and I'll Marco Polo you back. And if you're like, I can't even get on Marco Polo, I'm a hot mess, Steph, I'm going to text out SOS. Send me like an SOS text and let's hop on the phone this week, okay? Okay, love you guys. Let's rock. Take care.